Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Nova Tournament Playday-7 for the final match this evening. It's the final one, Elijah. We've been kicking through it so much, so significantly, that we're finally at the best, and I'm kidding, it's not the best, but it is the final match for this evening. Bandits versus Naughty Sausages, two teams that have been playing incredibly well so far. Bandits currently at the top of the league. Naughty Sausages currently, I believe they're in 5th. I may be wrong. Correct me if I am wrong. Hold on, here we go. Naughty Sausages are in 4th, Bandits in 1st. So both of these two teams are ready to go. They're ready to kick it, but we're going to go to the map veto first. So we will be doing another clubhouse this evening, as Naughty Sausages have banned off Theme Park, Skyscraper, Oregon, and Chalet. And on the opposite end, Bandits banned off Border, Cafe, Bank, and Villa. So Naughty Sausages get the choice of which side they want to take. They took defense, but these two teams are all set and ready to go. So Elijah, are you ready? The final match for this evening. Let's get into clubhouse.
Oh, I'm definitely excited, that's for sure. And you gotta imagine that Naughty Sausages are looking to go on a comeback. As of last week, they did come off of a loss. Bandits, they came off of a win. So, if there's anything to be said, Naughty Sausages are due for a win, just judged by, previous, kind of laws like that. You win one, that's sort of the narrative here. And so, Naughty Sausages definitely looking to grab a win here, and they have the comfortability of starting out on that defense. But we're going to go through our ban phases though, as the attackers first get chucked out, and they're going to get rid of that Maverick. Now, that is an operator that you don't normally see be banned, but it has a quite big effect on how Clubhouse is played. Not only for opening up those walls, but can also be used for those hatches as well if you manage to burn out the operators like Habana, things like that. But with all of the util that you have nowadays, can openers, Habanas, you can't really struggle to get hatches open anymore, especially if that Thatcher is up for you. Knock is going to follow though, and that's a good intel work. You don't have to worry about those potential lurks that everybody constantly uses, that we got to see earlier today, in previous games as well. We got to see Knock potentially just sneak up, get herself a cheeky little kill. It's pretty common.
And would you look at that, Soulless ban coming in for the first defensive ban. Huge props to one of the men on the side of Naughty Sausages, Captain Oz being the man to carry the team on the cam wise. Regardless, Azami is going to be the final defensive ban as we move into the first round of the map, the first round of the final map this evening. Buck being brought into play by Organiser, as it looks like we will be going to second floor gym, second floor bedroom. Round 1 to play. And I mean, who do you think's gonna win this? Bandit or Naughty Sausages? Because I put my bets on Naughty Sausages.
Really? Yeah, you were the only person out of all of us that, out of the staff at least, that put their money on Naughty Sausages, but I had mine on Bandits. I mean, like, I got some good friends on the side of Bandits, so, they have my little leniency there. So, I mean, I'm hoping for them to take the win. They are starting out on that attack first, but I know these boys, they're comfortable with attack. I reckon they can collect out this win, but you're gonna have to take it one step at a time and deal with the defense of Naughty Sausages, starting out onto that gym and bedroom first. Traditionally, you would normally see a CC across, and they are bringing the right skill to do that. So, as well to help deal with opening those. Luckily enough, Naughty Sausages aren't running any of that denial, so you'd be able to open it up with no contest. So, they're dealing with things like those ADS as well, maybe some pre-play C4 position. A breach in the with it, you can see it already being placed onto the construction, help cut off those rotates from any players who are potentially going to hold down the fort up into that cache site. But the cardiac sense is doing the work of Captain Oz, being able to reveal 2 of the players on the side of Bandits outside of that construction single. Position's going to be given away, and the intel is going to be fed, as well as the intel being fed on top of the spa balcony as well.
And if you do not expect it, if you do not understand, there is one player that you don't let have pulse, and it is Captain Oz. He is such a threat with that operator, as they will start to try and identify the exact position of a few of theirs. JPK going to take a little bit of damage, quite a lot actually, from the player inside of Strip. He will not be able to figure out and find out the exact position of JPK anymore, so JPK is going to know that the player is down there. Regardless, in these current positions, in their current set, Captain Oz still on the lookout. He's trying to find the player that was sitting outside. Will not be able to spot out MML just yet, as he will make his way in, and actually he's already pushed through. He's pushed through Bandits' whole complete backside. Nade will come through. That won't find anyone. A razor will be set up. Captain Oz, though, still in the position downstairs. May actually end up getting caught here by MML. Still one player outside the wall. It's going to be Drift. He's in the position to maybe throw and open up this wall. Razor's able to find Hills. Will he find another? He could choose to jump in now. But with the fact that the pulse is still in play, a lot of these members need to be careful.
Well, they haven't dealt with him just yet, though. Hale's in a little bit of a rough position himself, but he's able to confirm the kill onto JPK, but Drift is going to find one of himself, another onto MML as he gets his successfully chucked grenade. Captain Oz to find two, one with a shotgun and a pistol confirm as well. Will leave him alone in a 1v2 left to deal with as Lonely tries to get the plant down. MML with a cover as well. They do a little bit of damage, but Captain can't hit the shots yet. He'll try to go for the denial instead and manage to down Lonely. Into a 1v1 now. 40 seconds left as the diffuser ticks away, but the crossfire from MML will be able to finish it up.
Oofed. Oofed, 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 oofed. So far, these players are playing exceptionally well. We're getting another back and forth between the teams that are absolutely incredible. This is a match to watch. So far, Bandits playing exceptionally well.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Even making
a little
a
bit
few
of a
jokes.
uniform misplay. Was running the elite, but he's just got a warning for that. Bandits will take their very first round and they'll move downstairs. Try to see if Naughty Sausages can work up against how Bandits can attack here. Now this is a more comfortable side in terms of attacking. Whether you like to extend or bunker down is completely up to you. It is very diverse in that sort of sense, but judging by the lineup, it looks like they might go for a little bit of a roam there. That's exactly how you want to play this sort of site. Getting those early picks is super important in terms of that collapse that comes down later on. You want to have that main advantage for those refrags, otherwise it could be very, very messy.
So right now, on the side of Naughty Sausages, there is so much potential. There is so many as I call them, problem children within their team. Mallow can absolutely pop off when he's asked to. There we go. But JPK, he'll take a little bit of damage, significant enough that he can't really make his plays too well. Hill's waiting for some sort of ping, some sort of knowledge that is there. Will he be made? Will he come out? It's not going to happen just yet. The drones will come through. They'll spot out that someone is watching the cam. They still play it downside on blue. Hills is actually going to fall off. Doesn't really need to use the nitro cell there. As JPK will be expecting one player on the outside, but he's just going to rotate round to the rest of his team. They've still got a lot of hard breach and a lot of soft breach as well. I mean, when you have those people in play, JP. Oh, yo, it's live. The shadow in play and the peeking after not understanding Captain Oz. He'll make the jump down and try and spot someone out. JPK is going to take a little bit more damage, but Captain Oz can just fall back and start holding off inside. But MML from the top rope is able to take down Captain Oz. 2 players remaining inside of sight.
Attackers have located a bomb.
It's all up
Recovered the bomb diffuser.
for them to club for the rest of his team, but Bandits looking really strong at the moment, not letting them get any room at all. Hale with a nice positioning back into blue to try to reclaim that control, but nobody there to contest it just yet. As the Candelas get popped into the side, Hills is playing a little bit off into the church, but no kills to go out just yet. They're just setting up, making sure that they know them and opening up these floors to make it even harder for the last two players of Naughty Sausages to eventually try to do a retake. MML, they're able to find a kill onto Hills and leave it all up to Hale. Now Hale, he's been droned out. His position has been revealed then. Blue and Lonely's going to go down, but JPK is going to find the kill first.
And I mean, right now, Bandits, they're on the run that they were looking for. 2 rounds already secured. Top floor has been secured. Bottom floor has been also secured. So now, the only option is good old CCTV. As Lonely is still trying to dig it in. Tell the enemy that he still can't play a certain op. Regardless,
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
he
defused
got
by
skin
attackers.
on all ops. That's unlucky. However, it appears that for now it's just going to be the back and forth top. Luckily I got Pro League. There you go. That's the way to get around it, Captain Oz. We love to see that. But for now, 2-0. Naughty Sausages in a bit of a bad way right now. Bandits can easily just start rolling on this. If they find this round, there are no sights that Naughty Sausages have been able to control. Adaption will need to be the main focus. I'm not sure if it will be the one that they are looking for.
And defuse a bomb.
Spawn peak positions are in play. Yo, It's Life is looking to see if he can possibly pick off someone coming in close, but doesn't look like many, if any, have actually spawned out on the eastern side. Maybe 2. The running is gonna come close, but he's just gonna fall back. Not enough time. Drones will start being used and they'll start to identify the exact position of the players from the Bandit side. Daddy on the outside is looking to see if he can try and pick up possibly a player on the walls or through the drone hole, but it looks like he won't be able to find it just yet. Lonely needs to make sure that he's not going to get picked up and taken out. As it looks like the site will be locked down with an anchor.
Looks like a different sort of take going though. It looks like they're going from that logistics across. JPK being able to capitalize on the kill onto Hale and be able to remove that Valkyrie from play. That'll be the C4 being removed, but all the black eye cams should be down by now, so you're still able to get full use out of all that utility. Hill's trying to get aggressive onto the Sui window, but no kill to connect though, but Captain Oz will find one of himself to even it back to a 4v4. He'll be able to get away unpunished for that kill as well, as he's made his way back down to the basement. Razor, he is watching the flank, but nothing will come of it just yet. He'll have to set up a drone. Dedicate a man to it. But Captain Oz's position will be given away. There is a player in stock ready to pick him up, but nothing to come of it yet as Mallow finds a kill onto a Razor to remove that flank watch. MML trying to remove and get the refrag, and 2 will come out on the side of Bandits to try to even things back up, but Naughty Sausages still will find themselves down 1 and the advantage will be given back to Bandits.
Yo, It's Live going for the wide peek, trying to see if he can identify whether or not a player is going to be moving straight through construction. Looks like he's not going to be able to find it just yet. Now moves and positions himself in wait for some sort of movement from Bandits. They still do have 3 players up, but the position of Yo, It's Live is going to be found out, so they know where he is. C4 will come out, but it will not be set. It will not activate. The push will come in. Drift tries to go in to get an easy plant down. MML will come up the stairs, find the kill onto Yo, It's Life. Lonely looking in the position. Nitro will come through, but MML will just find the kill through the wall. Bandits absolutely running it up.
Bandits, I mean, do you want to go back in your the moment. Bandits are looking really, really strong on this attack so far, and it's attack as well. When they switch over to their defense, you can imagine they're going to be quite strong as well. But Bandits, they're having fun. They're playing around with Naughty Sausages at the moment, and they aren't able to get any footing. Bandits, they're proven exactly why they are first place.
Well, it is Bandits, so it is what it is, nothing more, nothing less. So, I mean, 3-0, to be honest, I didn't expect it to go so much this way, but it doesn't look like it's going to be there for too long. The whole team of Naughty Sausages does not seem to be doing too well with their injection coming in from Captain Oz, but it is what it is. Teams do end up being like this every once in a while, and there's nothing more that you can really do about it. So round number 4 will come onto the board. 2 minutes, 55 seconds. Let's count it down as these teams will get ready to try and kick off the next few bits. MML will look to open it up, but that's the first kill being traded back, and that's a huge one. Mello's starting to get active hail as well. As MML and Organiser, two vital members for this team, have immediately been brought down. Drift will start making his way in. They need to clear out these players on the second floor and the top floor. Hills is a menace. He's able to pick up JPK as he goes for a 360 spawn peek. Maybe seeing if someone was on the repel. And this, as you were saying, Elijah, is the Naughty Sausages that I know.
It definitely looks like they've kicked into gear, that's for sure. They're trying to get those there very first round. C4 will do its best.
Well, successful placement won't be at all. Flawless round for the side of Naughty Sausages. Easy cutoff and easy round, easy win. Now moving into round number 5 for Naughty Sausages versus Bandits. So it's 1-3, so it is still quite winnable for Naughty if they can start winning these rounds over and over again. But now that that site has been cut off, second floor CCTV, second floor cache will be the side of choice. And now Bandits, we've seen how good they can be when it comes to this site control. When it comes to cutting off any sort of plays, any sort of positions, any sort of strategy being brought in by Naughty. It appears that Bandits already have 3 or 4 different strategies to counteract them, which sometimes is good, sometimes is bad. It just depends on which strategy that they choose to counter-strat.
They'll have a lot of work to do on the CC. No denial being brought out from North this time. But it is very...
Well, here we go. Round number 5 to come onto the board. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. And it's going to be a very interesting setup, a very interesting round for both of these two teams. As we start to see Organiser, MML, they're both pushing from the same position. Not going to give themselves away to the exact same window. Probably not the best idea. Copy what you did last round, which they have attempted to avoid as of current. Now looking to see if they can spot someone on this catwalk in this upstairs position. It's going to be Yoet's Life, as he will give us a little twirl, letting us know he's perfectly fine. He's happy where he is. Jammer is going to be set up for the wall, as the Thatcher will come up to try and open it. Will be successful. The wall is going to be opened up, and that will give them 1 of 2 entry points. Second possible hard breach may end up going over to construction side. Doesn't look like it's coming or being put into play just yet, as they start clearing the right and left angles, making sure that no drones are anywhere near them. Oh,
Playing really cautious at the moment, both of them. I like it. They're playing it slow, methodical. They're trying to trade out that time for survivability at the moment, life. in a really good position of this garage rafters. No one there to contest him just yet. They're trying to go for a little bit of a different rotator. Try to get a different angle to push this side and pinch them into the very corner of the map. Captain Oz, his position's going to be given away and he's going to lose a huge chunk of HP in the process thanks to the opening of the main door. Drone's going to give away his position as well. Now he's trying to get his teammate to rotate into stock, see if he can open up that hatch, help him rotate away with his life intact, but he'll be able to cross, thankfully, being unpunished. Get back to the dock in the very safe arms, and Captain Oz will be able to get a kill off of that. Best of the worst scenario that he was last in. Now 49 seconds left in the clock, and there's a 5v4 for both of these teams, and all the kills are going to come through. Lonely is going to get the kill onto Hale as he finds himself trying to crawl himself into sight, and Hills is going to be able to hear that the defuse is trying to go down. Captain Oz finding himself yet another kill, but a C4 to connect to stop the plane onto Lonely is going to leave Drift being able to get his first kill. Leave it down to him to clutch out the rest of the rounds. Now he's got 3 left to deal with. Mallows being able to clear him up. MML tries to bring it back for his team, but a little bit of a pre-fire is going to do a lot of damage, but not enough to pick up the kill. But the crossfire not there just yet. He's able to clean it up. Life narrowly missing his shot. The kill will elude him. We try to go for the second, but Mallow with a first shot will win it.
And that was just such an unlucky situation. Both of those teams very, very close to ending it then and there, really. Both of those two teams knew exactly where each other's position was, and unfortunately it just ended up coming down to the mechanical skill, which a lot of teams do have and some do not. But in this comp so far, in this position, in this game, it looks like my prediction wasn't as wrong. Naughty Sausages seeming to come on a little bit of a comeback there, Elijah. Bring up 2 rounds.
They're definitely working for it. I gotta hand it to them. You know, what was first completely one way, the narrative of Bandits being that first place successes, not letting any room for Naughty Sausages to create themselves their own little space. They've managed to pull it back. They've got themselves 2 rounds and only leaving them 1 behind Bandits at the moment, and they're back on the master bedroom site, which is what they were comfortable on last time, but they managed to lose it. I imagine they're here to fix their mistakes.
Well, master bedroom, it's the place that you want to lock off. It's the place that you want to shut down nice and easily and make sure that no one has the opportunity to make any sort of movements, any sort of plays. It mostly happens. MML taking a little bit of a break before making his push up and in towards the enemy team. This is the site where it all started to go wrong for Bandits. They almost had full control. Correction, sorry. This is not the site. They had full control of the other sites, and then Bandits were not able to secure it, but there goes Drift. Mellows is going to be taken off the board. Getting a bit too aggressive there, my friend, is going to cost you an arm and a limb. Hale will set up the last black eye in the position on the little desk there, so they will know the exact area. Captain Oz will look to possibly run out here. He's just waiting for confirmation to find the exact position of where this ace is. It is Drift that he may be looking for. MML is also downstairs, slowly clearing all of that area. Oz waiting. Will make the peek, but he'll go back in to garage. He's trying to see if he can spot someone who's downstairs or someone who's upstairs. Razor, perfectly cooked nade, just misses Hale by literally less than an inch. And here goes back and forth. Oz may choose to peek directly onto it, or he's just going to fall back to the side. He knows that that position is not good enough to hold. MML's able to find you its life, and it's down to a minute remaining.
3v5 and even less than as Hale manages to find himself downed as well thanks to the gunfire. He's being left isolated from the rest of his team, so he's going to be unable to be picked up, but Captain Oz is going to find the kill onto MML as Hills finds one of his own to try and even things up back to a 3v3, but Hale is still down and he needs to be picked up, but there's no teammate around for him to be picked up just of yet, except you've got a main stairs player And a gym player ready for the crossfire. Captain Oz on the top. He's ready to try and do a swing onto the main. But Hills is being pinched, worked on himself as the gym window is being worked on. Drift finally being able to confirm the kill thanks to the bleed out time onto Hale. Captain Oz will lose a huge amount of HP and be forced to rotate down. He still has the C4 in his hand, so he might be able to use that, but Hills is going to get aggressive and find himself a nice pick and clear up the space onto the spar window. Hills with a nice shot onto Drift will leave it all into a 1v2 for Lonely now as he tries to swing it to the bathroom. Mirror being unaware of the position, but will get it in the end. Hills with a nice clean clutch to pull it up.
Now, 3-3 half. How terrifying is that?
It's close. And that's the narrative of today. Everything has been close over and over again. Every single game that we've played today is just close and close and close.
It is so consistent. We've had no blowout games today. Absolutely none. The only blowout game that we've had is a forfeit. Mad.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attack.
Which is... How? How does this happen? Regardless, Bandits, they're going to be jumping on to the defensive half now. So, time for a bit of a switcheroo, swap around for both these two teams. As immediately we're going to be seeing a few members going straight upstairs, securing the hatch, secure it all down. As a Razor, he'll open up the hatch as well. And these two teams revving to try and see what they can find. Try and see how difficult it is going to be to control the other one. But interestingly, they're leaving that hatch open.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Why? Never mind, there goes Drift. Good spot, Drift. As members from the side of Naughty will start making their way towards the kitchen and onto the... Wait, is
Dirt
this
is soft. Dirt was soft. It looks like they're going to take full advantage of that. Captain Oz ready for a pick, but look at the amount of people who are ready for the soft. Quick C4 is going to be able to clear up Captain Oz, and he's going to be shot down immediately before he can get any cost into the round. And a good read by Bandits onto the rush as well is going to force Naughty Sausages to go on to the back foot and try to re-evaluate and reassess what their initial push was.
I don't think it's even that. I think it's just going to straight be, at this stage, Elijah, where can they get into the map? Because right now, they can't. Every angle that they try to push into the map is being watched. How do they get in? Where do they come from, man? Finally, Mellows makes his way in and he'll start opening up onto this hatch. See places too, but it's going to be electrified. And I don't think they have anything to unelectrify it. Not a good situation to be in at this current stage. Yours Life is going to look to make his way in, but this is looking firmly Bandits. And there's not much more to say, really, Elijah, at this stage.
I mean, it's all up
Oh,
for them just to funnel. They just have to funnel in for kills now and just accept the fact that this round is going to be handed to Bandits at the moment. You could do all you can, right? You see Life trying to maybe get some frags for himself. Maybe you can prop up his stats just a little bit, but all in all, it definitely looks like this is Bandits' round, sorry. There's still room to pull it back. It is that 3-3, but in terms of this round specifically, you're not really getting anywhere. They haven't allowed you to get into the building without being punished. You can see Mallow being punished himself, trying to get control, and he took a little bit of damage, and he will find himself getting tapped to JPK. Life will find one though, but in the end, it was never really yours.
it was never really yours to begin with. Yours Life with the I'm on the board. Hell yes. Welcome, Yours Life. That's good to see you on the board, my friend. But as you said, the second that we switch straight back over, Bandits, you were right. Their ability to just shut down the defensive half has been absolutely immaculate so far. Now, second floor gym, second floor bedroom. 3 rounds needed for Bandits to win. 4 rounds needed for Naughty to continue playing, continue their kicks, and to continue everything that they need to do. And end up winning the match for themselves. It is going to be a close match. I'm not sure if it's going to be a back and forth. To me, personally, I think it is almost as good as done in this situation. If Bandits end up winning the next round, the game may as well be over. But then again, I have said that how many times? Like 3 times tonight. And it has all been changed. So, moving into this round, round number 8, with 4 members spawning at the exit of warehouse. Here we go. Here comes the fun, Elijah. We're about to enjoy it.
Looks like a CC across at the moment. Maybe they're going to the top floor first. Captain Oz making his way into stock to grab that control below first. Help support some of those CC pushes. And there's always one player above those red stairs, so that might be Captain's objective so far. But Hale is looking to try and get the main wall open. Nothing to come of it just yet. He has got a nice little angle set up for himself, the red player. Trying to get aggressive onto the main wall, but will peel off instead as he is able to read into that he could potentially lose his life, and that's not where you want to be sitting, especially if you're forfeiting the control of that red stairs. You want to hold that for as long as possible. Mallow is trying to do some kitchen drone work, accompanied by his team as well, and Drift he's up in that bar. Now he will be able to be given away by that drone info if he's spotted out, but the gunfire is going to do that himself. He's going to let his position be known. He's going to be like, hey, come get me, I'm in the pool.
He definitely loves being in the pool. Hills coming down the hallway. We'll be able to spot one straight out, but JPK answers right back. That's Mallows being taken off the board. So now still multiple members in this position. You got to remember, this is a gym hold. We're not in CCTV, so they're not going to be making a push too quick, too excessive. They're going to be taking their time, making their way through it all. Captain on the look for some sort of player upstairs. The nade will go in from Hills as Daddy. He'll be brought down by Hale. And now it's down back to a 3v4. It's on the tough side. Yoet's Life is going to be able to bring down MML as well. Drones keep coming through. They know the position. 1-for-1 trade. You have a Razor versus Hills and Hale. Hills has been absolutely immaculate so far today. He cannot make his way in. Hale has been absolutely immaculate today. Cannot make his way in. And they need to be careful because one's going to be spotted out. That was the shot to win a Razor. You knew where he was. Go below. Prep the Nitro Cell. And it's going to come down to that. Plant is going to be attempted. He will hear it. No Nitro Cell will go out.
No,
predicting the right place. We'll find Hills. As Hale is the last member alive, he's going to set a drone. They're going to know that a player is going to be making that push. He's waiting for the call. The drone's still going to be in that position. Hale can make the change to push straight over, and he is going to do so. Eraser will spot out the drone. Take it out immediately. He now knows exactly where Hale is going to be coming from. He's waiting for the play. Gonna make the push. Shotgun around the corner. He's got it, but Hale has the headshot. And it's tied up once again. 4-4.
I mean, it's so close. Every single round between these teams have just been so close. Naughty Sausages. What an exceptional round. It was very close. Razor was trying to put in the work there. The C4 amazingly connected in what looked like it wasn't going to at all. But in the end, Hale, his game sense is just superior. He's able to close it out in the end and force it back to the gym. You try to replay it. See if you can fix the mistakes that you made. I gotta say, they defended it really well. But when it came down to the initial gunfights, Bandits just weren't able to win.
Bandits not able to make that winning choice, not able to make that position. And now it's all down to the way that Naughty approaches it with the eyes, the beady eyes of Bandits. Naughty and Bandits. 4-4. There is exactly 7 rounds remaining. We're back essentially at the start. Or am I wrong? Is it 9 rounds? I might have calculated that wrong. Regardless, in this position. No, it is 7. I'm right. What am I saying? I'm getting myself confused with mathematics. It's not the time for mathematics. It's the time for playing video games on Rainbow Six Siege. As we'll start to see the Flores drone coming in, it will be able to pick up a bit of utility, so that will open up a few pathways. As now a player, he's going to be set up. I believe that is Captain Oz already up into the catwalk, waiting for the drones to identify the exact positions of the players. They may have been able to spot out JPK. MML is not in the best position. Nade will come through. It will be from Yo It's Live trying to confirm the kill onto JPK. Pickup will be accepted from MML, so they will still have 5 players in the round. MML even gets up and he's able to shoot Captain Oz. That's what you want from your Bandit squad. And JPK, he's on the search for the player still outside the wall. Another nade will come through. He's just going to stare and watch it go. Nowhere else to move from. Nowhere else to move to. He'll start to make his way up. Hill's able to take out, well, is taken out by Daddy. But now Drift, he's got to make his way in and move around. We love to see Daddy getting some kills. As a minute and
It's
10
so
seconds
bad.
remain.
Yeah, I got a minute left. Still got some work to do. We like to see that Danny is still alive. Good old Lonely himself, always having some cheeky names, but it's looking very confident for the side of Bandits at the moment. Not a single member of them have fallen. Live looking to get cheeky himself though and change that narrative. He will find the kill onto Organiser. Position given away though and immediately refragged. Drift being able to find that kill, leave it down to a 2v4. In the way of Bandits still. 2-man advantage. Position's going to be given away in construction. Try to go for a crossfire to CC, but you'll be able to give yourself away as Mallow is able to capitalize on the kill onto MML, and Hell's going to do a little bit of a rotate to the main stairs. See if they can get a little bit of a pinch going amongst these windows. Now, you've only got that 1-man advantage, and JPK is really low, and he's able to be swifted up as well. So Naughty also just looking to bring it back as Lonely finds a kill onto Mallow and leaves it all for Hale. Hale's position is going to be revealed, and Lonely will capitalize and find himself another.
Well, there you go. Bandits 5-4 to finish it all up, to end it all and keep it kicking. At the moment, there is 2 more rounds for Bandits to make the win. 3 more rounds for Naughty Sausages to finish it all. Basement Church, Basement Arsenal is going to be the site of choice. So we're going back downstairs to the bottom floor for Bandits. It looks like they just really want to push this into an OT. They want to push this to the end, to the finisher. Why am I saying to the finisher? I meant match point. It's starting to become one of those nights, Elijah. It's starting to become one of those nights for me as well. But
It's been a long and exciting night of Siege. Very, very long games. You know, it happens to the best of us. You know, eventually we start thinking of different things. The brain gets overloaded. Especially when the games are this packed together.
well, it definitely is a tough one to keep secured, keep identified, and keep kicking. But for now, round number 10 is coming onto the board. Last few seconds remaining of the preparation phase as the last few rotates will be set up. JPK just making sure he can get through without any issues. Looks like they're not going to be opening up underneath the hatch. They'll wait until the game is actually active to possibly do that, or they won't bother doing it at all. The push, oh, MML, he'll find one. It's going to be Mallows once again, getting too aggressive for his own good. Will immediately be caught out. Hill's on the opposite side of the map, will start making his way in through strip. Hale's going to be sitting outside on the eastern area. MML will need to search. The peek's going to come through. Hills is going to be taken down as he finds a second. Bandits looking in pure form to put this into match point.
A very, very successful roam by MML, taking out 2 players on the side of Naughty Sausages. It was their Brava and their Hills, so their entry fraggers and that potential ability to hack some of your own util. You've got those cap cans up. The very last thing you want to do is fall to your own cap can thanks to the Brava ability that she provides. You're able to get down to side and bunker with the rest of your team with that 2-man advantage. Now that's the best situation you can ask for, other than completely just fragging them out before they can even get into the building, which we've seen in the previous rounds. But they're going to work the checklist still, work to get out these hatches, and that'll be easy enough thanks to having Thatcher to your ability as well. Don't believe the K-Claw will be able to do that in time, and they'll be able to open it up successfully as well. No impact holes and no impacts in general for them to be able to use, other than the ones that are in Razor's pockets that he's left safe at the moment.
Oh, Captain Oz making the movements that he needs to try and identify someone down the main stairs. He's not able to spot someone just yet. JPK is going to be sitting inside of the back site, the eastern site of the site, inside of Arsenal, as Daddy or Lonely will be looking very close. Can Oz chuck out a nade all the way down? It's going to hit JPK, but he doesn't even need to move from that position. Hale and Captain Oz will look to move some players down, as they'll be able to spot out one. They know the position. Nitro will go out. It will find one. That's a huge pick, as it's able to pick up the man that knows the info. Yo, It's Life is making his way down. Needs to pick up the player on towards the right side. MML will look to see if he can identify someone possibly on that right side. Hale's going to make the drop down. Needs to find this one-on-one. Is able to successfully do it, but it's only him in this situation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is match point time. Bandits take it finally to the match point round.
Here we are. The match point, Tiaki. The match point. The Bandits versus Naughty Sausages.
It is finally there. Bandits, for all the hype that they've been given, for being in first place, for playing incredibly well in the recent games and their current, it has finally come to pass. The top number 1 is showing their strengths and weaknesses. Look at Drift. He's trying to search for drones and it will spot it. Oh, things you don't often see. Pre-prepped drone holes.
But that's the game sense coming into play, and that'll definitely help you out. If you haven't seen that before, if you are focusing, you haven't got that Solus durability, which we've seen Solus be banned in I think every single game so far.
I don't remember a single game. There might have been one, but for now, as far as we're concerned, Solus. Who exists? Solus doesn't exist. But regardless, the setup's going to come in. Yo, It's Life's going to go onto the outside of Garage. Now, this is a site Naughty Sausages were able to control. Drift will get spotted. Hale is able to confirm the kill. Drift, unfortunate timing set on that angle. But as we always say, when you're a man down, doesn't really matter, especially when a Razor has the M870.
I've seen a Razor pull some miracles on that shotgun, so I mean, you might be the man down. It doesn't really mean anything, because what I've seen him do with that shotgun, you can definitely pull it back, but good usage coming out from Naughty Sausages is able to clear M off of his position into rafters, eventually succumb to the burns. He will lose his life in Prospect, but nice little shot from Eraser to be able to get the confirm onto Hale, and Yoa's life is going to try to trade it back onto Lonely and do it successfully so, and leave it to a 2v4. Naughty Sausages trying to pull it back just as much as they can, but JPK is on the flank, able to find himself one and get down uncontested, but Eraser through the vertical holes is going to find his demise as Mallow is able to hit the shot swiftly and leave it all up for JPK to clutch, but he's completely off-site, so they'll be able to get the defuse down that Hills is doing without any contest at all.
Oh, you can see the peaks going back and forth. JPK, the nade is going to be in, and that's going to call that. Naughty Sausages will get ever closer to the OT that they are looking for. And here we go into round number 12 now. Match point on that round. So right now, Naughty, they're in a really good position. Bandits in a really good position as well. This is the closest that it could be, and we said it is. It's been some of the closest matches we've seen this entire tournament. If I'm honest with you, it's a consistent back and forth. And here we go. The last side to decide either Bandits win or Naughty puts it into overtime.
I mean, Bandits, they have the comfortability of being on that defense, which they're not bad at, right? But they've got Jim and Master. Now that's a site that is pretty complex in terms of attacking and defending. It's very 50-50 sided, I would like to think myself, especially from what we've seen from this team specifically. I think it's doable. I think Bandits have the capability to close it out, but they need to fight and face check Naughty Sausages more in terms of holding that control.
Well, face checking is definitely going to be needed, and they don't need to give away early kills as well, like we've seen, unfortunately, from Mellows every once in a while, but it doesn't look like it's going to be here and now. Mellows is starting to make his push up, going to search for Drift or Eraser in these positions, but it looks like it's only going to come through right here and now. Eraser sitting possibly so close onto this area. JPK knows that it's being checked, but there's Eraser with the first kill. I said it didn't need to happen, and it's immediately gone and happened. They've lost a player straight off the board, and one that has been often getting the kills that they need. It's just immediately being cut off. There is no choice, no option here. Four members remaining, but 2 minutes left. The plays have to be done now or never.
Drift is trying to contest that Spa balcony, but nothing to come of it just yet. Thatcher, instead of trying to get greedy, is going to do some drone work onto the main stairs, but Ben's their positions, they'll be able to clean it up nice and easy. Maybe the prone angle will be a little bit much for Life if he's not too careful. It will be cleaned up with a nice flick though onto Drift. We'll be able to bring it back down to a 4-4 for both of these teams. It's completely doable and anybody's around, so the pressure still going to remain at its peak as the Claymores is set down 2 players on the windows. Do believe Hale is aware of the position just outside of the construction, but can't seem to lodge a grenade in there just yet. He's going to try and cook one, see if he can lodge it to the back of the construction, but nothing to come of it just yet. The player's rotated himself back into cash, but another kill to go out though as MML needs able to take off the head of Captain as well onto Hale. With a nice little flick, tries to go for the third, but it will elude him just for now, but he is aware of the position and the will be into Spa.
The last position, Hills, he's trying to find it, trying to find what he can do. It's a 1v4 situation. He's not in the position, trying to search for it all. There's one player going up above him. He needs to be careful, but that's it. Eraser's able to find the kill. GG's is called. That is it. Bandits are your winners and will remain in first. 7-5. Well done. Congratulations. And that is that. That is the way to play. That is how we do it here in the Nova tournaments. You've got to play well or don't play at all. Basically, that's all I'm saying. Regardless, though, both of these teams have played exceptionally well today. They have done incredibly sick, and I mean 7-5 every single game this evening has been absolutely amazing. What else do I say, Elijah? It's just been an incredible night.
Yeah, just a day of close siege games has definitely been action-packed, that's for sure. So I'm definitely excited to get this interview underway and to see what his insight was for a very close and hard-fought game amongst Bandits and Naughty Sausages. Now we're just waiting on the confirmation on who we're getting in for this interview, but could imagine that it is Drift. I just got the confirmation there. Drift will be joining us, the good old Drift.
Right, well, here is the man, here is the myth, here is the legend. It's Mr. Drift. Show him some love. How are you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you guys?
How's that headband? Suffocating you a
it's
bit
good.
too much?
No. Feels nice in there. Look at this.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. Well, listen, Drift, I've got a question for you. Going up against Naughty Sausages, you saw how the teams have been going today. It is the underdog, I'm going to call it the underdog play day for all of the teams. They've been all playing really well. What were your thoughts coming into this match after seeing how the last few matches have been going?
Honestly, I think we were thinking much coming into it. It was a lot harder than it should have been. We lost some rounds that we should have won. I mean, Captain Oz did great, but I've got to really give a shout out to Jacko and the org supporting us through everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome, and gotta ask as well, you guys went to Clubhouse. Now, was that in the planned books? And if it did you guys prepare at all? Did we guys scrimming on Clubhouse? Was this all a part of the plan, or did you guys just send it, no information, like just full go?
I think it was just like they banned Oregon, so we sort of pushed it to club. We've played it a few times now, but apart from that, not too much prep went into it.
Well, can I ask you, especially with the way that this season has been going so far, what do you think personally, what do you think you're going to end up, and how do you think you guys are going to play against the rest of the teams? I mean, you got to remember that there's also playoffs, but how do you feel like you guys are going so far? I mean, you're the top team, but how do you feel against the teams that you will probably come up against?
I think the rest of the league is honestly going to be a breeze. There's not too much we have to prep for here on out. But I mean, we're not going to overestimate anyone or underestimate anyone. We're just going to play our game. Hopefully we show up on match day.
Oh, right.
Awesome. Love the humbleness, Drift. But before we let you go, do you have any statements to make or any shout outs or anything like that?
Shout out to Juiced, yeah, and Bandits. Get some. Use code Bandits. But yeah, apart from that, Jackson, I'm speaking for you now. You'll do the interview next week.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Drift. We'll be looking forward to seeing you, Jacko, next time then. But that's it for now. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it has been a night of trials and tribulation. I can't speak. What is happening?
Tribulations. It's all good.
Thank you.
Tribulations,
That's
I got
the word
you.
that I was looking for. It has been one of those nights tonight, and obviously with the underdog story coming into play, it has been an incredible series, incredible time. All I can say is thank you all for watching so incredibly much. Appreciate everything that's been going on. And I mean, look at those results. 6-8, 5-7, 6... Again, 8-6, 7-5. Like, it has been a night of underdog wins. They have been playing incredibly well. And I mean, Elijah, what do we have to say about that? That's absolutely incredible.
I mean, look at our predictions, right? Let's see who was right and who was wrong. Now, majority of us, I mean, everybody got that very first game right because of the forfeit. So everybody got the nutty gaming right. Panic as well. I mean, that was anybody's guess. So we got to try to see how many of us got that right. All of us were pretty much correct as well for Kill Squad. I mean, it's looking like it's the same narrative, but towards the end here, we've got a little bit of a different sort of play as you, Officer Ling, and Chef all thought that Riot were going to take that win against Trident, but Trident, in the end, they're going to stay with their steamroller train that they've got going for themselves after winning every single Playday, the last 3, I believe. They're on a roll. And again, you were the last one for Naughty Sausages. Bandits will take that win in the end. So, I mean, let's have a look. Was I right for every single one? I was. I mean, majority of us were. God damn it, Tiaki. You ruined it.
Well, I'm here because I'm here for those underdogs. I'm here for the story where I want people to win that shouldn't be winning. And that's what we love to see. Well, regardless, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is us here. I think that's where we're going to call it as part of the games tonight. That is everything for this evening. But stay tuned for next week, where the games will be even more fun. Next week, correct me if I'm wrong, we will have Naughty Sausages versus, that's not their team name I believe anymore, but I believe it's Trident, NTE versus NDE. NTE versus NDE, that's a weird name. Panic versus Arena, Kill Squad versus Kitten, but they've changed their name as well to Bandits, and Altered Edge versus Riots. That will be all of the games next week. Thank you all for coming past. It's been an incredible night casting. Thank you, Elijah, for joining me on this cast. Thank you to the production staff in the background. You guys are absolutely incredible. Make sure, if you want to continue watching a lot of this R6 content, stay here, because we will be back again next week on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.